Latasha Tavelle Williams is a sommelier and a private consultant who's also the founder and owner of Fermented Vines, which offers wine tasting and wine etiquette classes to people here in the Low Country. I talk one-on-one with Latasha for this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like Quintin's Close-Ups on Facebook. Latasha Tavelle Williams, welcome to
Yes.
Quintin's Close-Ups.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just great. Needless to say, you are a sommelier, you're a private consultant, and of course, you are the founder and CEO of Fermented Wine, which offers private wine tasting and wine etiquette classes to people here in the Low Country. So
Yes.
tell me, Miss Latasha, why fermented wines? Why now?
Well, so I was, I'm a big wine girl. I have a passion for wine. The beverage is very, very healthy and it's sophisticated and it's classy. And I wanted to open up or curate a space for everybody from every walk of life. Um, whether you have high income, low income, to actually be able to experience wine etiquette, wine tastings, wine pairings. I wanted to be able to teach everybody about wine and how to pair wines and just the elegance behind it and how it's just a really really good beverage, and it's not a lot of us that's in this sector, and I just wanted to bridge the gap and pretty much have everybody, if they wanted to know about wine, to taste it, try it, be a part of the movement with wine.
With wine, what is the biggest difference about the movement with wine from when you started to right now?
Well, a lot of there's not a lot of wasn't a lot of African American people in wine. It was mostly white men. And it's a lot of money in this industry, and we didn't have access to it, first because we didn't have the education, and second, we just didn't have the funds and to be able to go enjoy a nice bottle of wine, because wine is very expensive. Well, when you have a sommelier come to you and teach you and train you about wine, you get some wine etiquette and things at home. You don't have to go in a restaurant. You don't have to go spend bukus of money. You can, I bring it straight, Napa Valley, straight to your door, where you can experience the whole experience, just like if you were in France or Italy.
Mm. I want to get back to that in just a second, Miss Latasha, but let me ask you this.
Mhm.
What is the biggest difference between wine pairing, wine tasting, and wine etiquette from your perspective?
Okay. So wine tasting is just like a flight of wine. You will get 5 or 6 glasses of wine. They're poured for you. They'll tell you what's in the what wine it is, and then you move on. A wine pairing is, if I give you 5 glasses of wine, you're gonna have food with each wine. Each wine. So each wine you're gonna be able to taste a different profile with the wine, with the food, and without the food. That's the pairings. And then wine etiquette is whenever you have 5 flights of wine, and I go through each step on and teaching you how to properly hold your glass, how to actually smell the notes, how to swirl your glass, how to actually pick up the notes so you can know exactly what you're smelling. What are you tasting in your mouth? That's when the wine etiquette part come in, because I explain everything step by step by step. So you got 3 categories. You got the wine tasting, which is just a regular tasting of wine pairing when I do it with food, and then wine etiquette is when I'm teaching you how to hold a glass, how to properly consume your wine.
And this might be a very silly question right here, Miss
Mhm.
Latasha, but what exactly, how do you define wine these days?
Um, I define it as it's a let me see. It is a trendy. It's becoming very very popular. It's a very very trendy modern day drink. It's still, if you don't believe it, beer is still leading wine. So yes, absolutely. Over in the Europe areas,
Yes, ma'am.
wine is that's the thing. Over here in the US, we're big beer consumers. So right now it's becoming very, very trendy. It's climbing the ladder, but it's a modern day drink for middle age, I would say middle age, and older people. The young people really have not grasped it yet.
So let me just ask you the obvious, Miss Latasha. Who exactly is your audience?
I have a I have a diverse, I have middle age and I have older, which and right now I'm starting to see a trend with the younger people because I'm doing wine tastings on yachts and stuff. And so they're seeing highlights of that and they're like, oh my God, she's on a yacht, she's doing wine tasting on the boats, she's also dancing and having fun. Oh, I want to know about wine. I want to book her so she can come and do this for us and entertain us. So it's more the entertainment part that's getting the young people into the wine world right now in Charleston.
And then here in Charleston, Miss Latasha, they have the education, they have the obviously the entertainment part done. But what do they need to educate themselves more on when it comes to wine as a whole?
Well, if you're really really serious about it, I went to Napa Valley Academy. That's
Okay,
where I went to school at, and I graduated last year. Not last year, the year before last, with merit. So that means my score is very very high.
right.
It took me about 9 months to get my certification, and it's costly, but it's effective and it's efficient. Wine is it's a lot of money to be made in wine. A lot of people want to experience elevated experiences, and going to school and getting your certification will pretty much just brand you and solidify you that way. People know exactly that you're serious about your job and that you know what you're doing. So schooling is the best way to get the wine education.
How have you branded yourself with your particular brand?
My The way I branded myself was just being freely to go in people's homes. There is nothing like getting all your family together in the comfort of your own home. It's secure, it's safe. You can ask stupid questions, you can ask silly questions, and you will get your answers, and then you will actually get the right information, the right way. Um, Having a sommelier in your home, teaching you about wine, if you were in Italy or France, it's a really really good feeling to have that professionalism in your home, in the comfort of your home while you're learning wine, drinking it, and experiencing it with your family.
What more do you want to learn about wine as a sommelier and a private consultant?
Um, what I well, right now I'm in school right now for my third level.
Uh,
So it's so many levels to
yes,
wine. So the main thing I'm really focusing on right now is learning about the the different soils
yes.
and the way the grapes are grown, from the soil, from the volcanic acid, ashes. It's so many elements about learning wine and about growing wine and growing grapes and having the vineyards pruned and everything. So that's the area I'm in right now, and that's what I'm actually learning to. That's my passion right now that I'm trying to learn, and so I can convey when I'm doing my wine tastings because I want to get really really deep into it.
Yeah, I want to ask you this too, Miss Latasha, but and everyone else knows who will probably be listening to this particular interview later knows that wine has been around since God created heaven and earth.
Yes, yes.
So, what makes wine so effective and efficient these days?
Well, it's the terroir, the ground, the earth, your land. That's what makes it effective because the groundwork has been laid since the Bible days, and all we do this day and times, all we have to do is just pick it up and just move on with it. Just continue the train ride, continue to push it. It's a healthy beverage. God did not create spirits, he created wine, and he created wine for a reason, and that was us to be able to be happy with it, enjoy it, and it has a lot of health benefits.
What health benefits have helped you as a person?
It's well, it definitely takes the stress away. It's very very stress. It takes the stress away of your everyday life. It's a very very relaxing drink. But the health benefits physically is really really good for your heart. It's good for anti-aging, and it has a vitamin in it called resveratrol, which slows down the aging process. That's in red wines.
Wow.
Yes, very
That
very very healthy for you.
Oh, absolutely. And you talk about healthy. So, what beverage describes you as a person?
I'm a big, bold red girl. I love my big red cabs. I like the tannings. I like when I drink the wine, it's grippy on my palate. And I also like to taste the earthiness and smell all the different big juicy fruits. So I'm a big red girl. Red is my go-to when it comes to my wine.
I want to ask you this, but how do you actually engage your senses and embark on a captivating journey through flavors, aromas, and of course experiences?
Um, it's I do it just because I do it every day. Every day I pick up a glass of wine or pick up a bottle of wine. I read the label. I kind of familiarize myself where it comes from, and then I just the way I learn and the way I captivate is just sipping, taking your time, getting to know the profiles of the wine, drinking it, not rushing it, not getting a buzz from it, just actually enjoying the beverage at its highest potential. And that's just slowing down, savoring every moment.
Yes.
Yes, and enjoying it that way. That's how I do it.
And this might be a redundant question, Miss Williams, but how do you actually evaluate and actually, for lack of a better word, appreciate wine?
Well, it's very easy. Whenever you drink a glass of wine, if the first thing you taste is alcohol, that's a bad bottle of wine. Yeah, wine should not taste like alcohol straight off the as soon as you take the first sip. It should not burn. You should get some fruit characteristics from it. You should get some a floral profile on the nose. It should be very smooth, very easy drinking. But as soon as you get in this taste, like alcohol, that's the first indicator that you have a bad bottle. Or
Wow.
you don't have a nice bottle, should I say a nice bottle.
Okay. Well, what are the red flags if you do get the wrong bottle, and what are the benefits of getting the right bottle?
The benefits of getting the right bottle is you're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. The red flags of getting a bad bottle is you're going to have a headache. You're not going to enjoy it. And those are the two things.
Yikes. Wow.
Headaches and you will not enjoy it.
What else are you enjoying when it comes to wine?
I enjoy the socialization that it brings. It brings everybody together. It relaxes everybody's mood when we are in a setting. Everybody have a glass of wine. It makes it easy to talk, to diverse with each other. It brings harmony. It brings harmony. And being able to um, talk about the different things that you're smelling and tasting that just brings great communication and collaboration together, for a community. Or
And oh
go
yeah,
ahead.
oh no, you're fine, you're fine.
Mhm.
And you talk about the community, Miss Williams. So, growing up, I knew about the stereotypes when it came to beer and other
Mhm.
alcoholic drinks. What are the stereotypes that you want to basically get rid of when it comes to wine?
um that you're not, let's see the stereotypes. Wine is not a alcoholic beverage, or let me take this back.
Yes, ma'am.
If you drink wine, you're not going to be a wino. If you drink wine, you're not going to be a wino, and you're not going to be considered as a wino.
Mm. And
Because that's a big stereotype.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's a big stereotype because I have a glass of wine every day. Oh, you a wino? No, 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 I'm not. I'm enjoying my beverage. I'm enjoying every time I'm drinking a glass of wine. I have food with it,
Right.
so I'm not getting drunk or buzzed. It's a great beverage that I have every day when I come home. I'm helping my body. It's healthy for me. I'm not overindulging. So no, I'm not a wino.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you're a great person, so no need to worry about that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're a food town here in Charleston, just like Nashville and
Oh.
Asheville and other places like other places here in the low country, well, here in the states, of course.
Yes.
When it comes to food and wine, Miss Williams, what is that food and wine pairing that you want to try right now, if you could?
I would like to do some wine and sushi. A wine and sushi pairing.
Huh.
I've done my wine and steaks. I've done my wine and lamb. I've done my Italian pairings with my Italian wines and my Italian foods.
Yeah.
I would like to do a wine and sushi
Huh.
pairing. Um, Sushi, is pretty much the Asian dish. I guess it's Asian, or
Yes.
so they usually pair that with sake.
Yes.
which is a wine, but it's different. It's made differently than our still wines over here in the U.S. and over in um, Europe.
Europe
Yes, but I would like to do a wine and sake. I mean, wine and sushi tasting. Yeah.
tasting. And,
Yes.
and when you think about that tasting, where do you want that ideal setting to be here in the Low Country?
I would like it somewhere on the water. Nice. You can see the sunset, beautiful big windows. Just everybody just a big space. Everybody just really having a really, really nice time. I don't know the specific location, but my idea is a big space, by the water, plenty room where everybody can really, really enjoy themselves and walk freely, talk freely, and eat sushi and drink beautiful wines.
Mm. And speaking of which, I want to go back to what you said earlier. I took some notes while you were saying it earlier, but you talked about those sophisticated wines. What wines can actually, well, what local wines are sophisticated in your mind?
Local. Let's see. Um, I think well, California has is some really, really, really good wines out in Sonoma County,
Sure,
out of Napa.
sure.
Also Oregon.
Yeah.
Oregon is on the rise. A lot of people are underestimating Oregon wines. Oregon, they are very, very known for their Pinot Noirs
Yeah.
because the climate is really, really cool out there, and the Pinot
Yes.
Noir grape loves cool climate. So Oregon is really good. They have sophisticated wines, and another country that's really, really on the rise is Virginia wines.
Yes. Oh,
Virginia
yes.
wines is really, really stepping up their game. They're producing a lot of great, beautiful wines right out of Virginia.
Right.
So those are the three areas in the states that I would say that produces beautiful wines.
Oh, absolutely. Love the Commonwealth, by the way.
Yes.
What was that space before? What was that space before fermented wines when it comes to wine?
It was a lot of people were intimidated about it. A lot of people was intimidated. They didn't know how to even approach wine,
Hmm.
to approach it with food, to approach it if they were in a bar and they wanted a glass of wine. They didn't know how to explain to the bartender or the sommelier what they wanted. So when Fermented Vines came in, that's what I teach. I teach how to approach wine, how to pair your wines, how to identify what your wines you want, and how to select the way you want, what you want for your palate.
That's right.
Hmm.
When you talk to your clients right now, Ms. Williams, what exactly are their needs and wants when it comes to wine?
Sweet wine. South Carolina, Charleston people love sweet wine.
Huh.
And I know it, and I know it's because of our culture. It's because our culture. We started making bootleg wine, which was sweet. And so it's pretty much passed through the generations. And I'm just trying to break that. I'm trying to get them to drink dry wines, but they love their sweet wines.
Huh.
So yes, to this day, I mean, I don't care
Yes.
who it is, they love sweet wines.
Wow.
Yes, yes. Now, if I was to go further up, like up north,
Sure.
they're more their palate is more for dry wines. So more wines from Italy, because that it's a big diverse country up there. So it's
Sure.
a lot of Italian people. So they like more dry wines. But then you come to the south, sweet, 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 sweet. So I'm trying to break that over here in the Charleston. Let's try to get away from the sweet. Let's try to do it a little drier. It's a little bit more healthier for you, less sugar. Yeah.
Yes. Less sugar is good. I say that because I have sensitive teeth, but let me ask you this, Ms.
Yes.
Williams. If anybody wants more information on this, how can they get in contact with you?
Well, you can go to my website at www.fermentedvines.com. You can also go to my Instagram handle, which is Fermented Vines, and also my Facebook, which is Fermented Vines. And then I also have a email at ltavelle@gmail.com.
Now, let me ask you one last thing, Ms. Latasha.
Mm-hmm.
What does fermented vines mean to you?
Fermented Vines mean to me community. It means passion because I do it with a passion. It means to me um, that I'm touching everybody that I come across with, and I'm teaching and training everybody that Fermented Vines come across. I'm teaching something about wine. I'm leaving some kind of legacy, with them or with their family.
Where do you see wine in the next 5 to 10 years?
Ooh. Oh boy. I see it's gonna be a shift. It's gonna be a lot more new wine making processes coming. The old is gonna pretty much phase out, and they're gonna be doing a lot more new wines because I'm seeing it right now. Um, and it's a lot of young people are gonna be in the next 5 years. They're gonna be taking over the wine world. I see the millennials
Yes, ma'am.
taking over the wine world, which is going to be different because they're not going to do it the old fashioned way. They're going to do it some new methods. They got new methods of making wines.
How then do you, as a founder, as the founder and CEO of Fermented Wines, how do you keep up with that growth with smart growth?
You just have to, um, what I'm going to be doing is just really figuring out what my clients want. All of these restaurants that's coming here in Charleston, they're going to have so much to taste, so many different varieties to pick from. And what I'm going to be doing is just kind of like staying close to listening to what I hear them saying, and just keeping my business up with what's going on, the changing times, the way the wine is made, um, bringing in some different things, that from the old world with the new world, trying to blend everything together. And I think if I do that, I can keep up with what's going on. The change that's going to happen is the blending of the two worlds, new
Oh,
world and old world wines.
wow. Wow. This is going to be amazing to see.
Yes, yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, sommelier and obviously private consultant and the founder and CEO of Fermented Wines, Miss
Yeah.
Latasha Tavelle Williams, thank you for your time. And again, welcome to Quintin's Close Ups.
Thank you.
I appreciate it greatly.